The Sister Wives Tell-All Part 1 didn't do Kody Brown any favors. He's still playing the victim. The long-awaited tell-all episodes of Sister Wives have finally arrived, and Kody Brown, the Brown family patriarch, did himself no favors after his recent appearance on Part 1 of the reunion. Sister Wives Season 19 has finally come to a conclusion after a mid-season break that gave the show the gravitas to handle the tragic passing of Garrison Brown. The cast traditionally sits down for the show's tell-all interviews, the reunion of sorts for TLC, with host Cristin after the season finale airs. In the past, Kody, Meri Brown, Janelle Brown, Cristin Brown, and Robyn Brown would all appear together to hash out the season. But since Meri, Janelle, and Cristin have left Kody, they all appeared separately to give their sides of the story from the past season. On May 25, the Tell-All Interview Part 1 aired, and the message before the episode let viewers know that at the direction of the family, they would not be discussing Garrison's passing at the Tell-Alls. Kody's behavior on the Tell-All did little to help his reputation following a few rough seasons. Seeing Kody lose his temper on camera is nothing new for avid Sister Wives watchers, but it has increased exponentially since the demise of 3 of Kody's marriages. Kody has been defiant in his behavior throughout the divorces, saying hurtful things like he never loved any of his wives except for Robyn, among many other things. In a clip from the Tell-All shared by TLC, Kody lashed out at Suki when trying to defend his love for Robyn. He played the victim by saying that he and Robyn had been slapped for their love and that he was sick of it. Kody is clearly still very bothered by the rejection from Meri, Cristin, and Janelle, and he's using his relationship with Robyn to vindicate himself from being the bad guy in the family. When Suki pointed out that Kody had contradicted himself because he had said he was trying to elevate all of his relationships with his wives to the same level as the one he had with Robyn, but then said that he couldn't love his wives in all the same way because they're all different people, Kody lashed out. Suki suggested that when you're in a polygamous marriage, you can't love one wife more, and Kody said she should try that and see how it works out for her. In another scene, Meri pointed out that Kody was behaving hypocritically because he wouldn't give her the spiritual release she wanted after she left the marriage. Meri recalled that Kody would always say he couldn't divorce his wives because of his religious beliefs, but then, when it came to dissolving their marriage in the eyes of their church, Kody said he didn't follow that religion anymore and didn't want to give Meri the release. It's a double standard, which is sometimes par for the course when it comes to Kody. Kody struggles with being accountable in general. In a scene where Suki asks him about the things he said about not ever loving Meri, Janelle, and Cristin, he admitted, "It's hard to be accountable for things you're saying in a passionate moment." At least he can acknowledge that he's not taking accountability for his words. He also admitted that he felt, at the time, that he was nurturing all of his relationships, but looking back, he sees that he wasn't. When it came to the demise of his marriage to Meri, Kody and Meri see it very differently. Meri said that the church granted her a spiritual release on the basis of abandonment, a word Kody seriously took issue with. However, when they unpacked the last years of their marriage, Kody revealed that Meri threw him out of their home because she was having an online affair with a catfish. He never went back, he said, which she saw as abandonment, but he said the impetus was the catfish incident. It's easy to see both sides of their arguments here. Meri's catfishing scandal certainly did change her relationship with Kody, but when Kody decided to remain married to her at that time, he was emotionally checked out. They are both at fault. Kody remained in the marriage, giving Meri hope that their relationship would one day bounce back. But he didn't intend to work on it with her. He cast her aside and was then defiant and angry when she wanted to leave the marriage. The long-awaited Sister Wives Tell-All Part 1 has finally aired, and if viewers were hoping for redemption, accountability, or even a hint of self-awareness from Kody Brown, they were sorely disappointed. While the ex-wives opened up with raw emotion and candid clarity, Kody doubled down on his now predictable narrative. Everyone else is to blame. Once again, the father of 18 played the victim card so hard, it's a wonder it didn't snap in two. Let's be clear, this tell-all was supposed to be a reckoning. After an explosive season filled with divorce announcements, emotional estrangements, and awkward birthday parties, fans expected the couch sessions to offer resolution and maybe even a little humility. Instead, Kody showed up with a chip on his shoulder the size of Coyote Pass. From the moment he sat down with the host, it was obvious that Kody wasn't there to own his part in the family breakdown. No, this was Kody's chance to rewrite history again. He opened with tired tropes about being blindsided by Cristin's departure, conveniently glossing over the years of neglect, favoritism, and emotional distance that led to her decision. According to Kody, Cristin was simply manipulated by fame and wanted to escape the burden of polygamy. He painted himself as a man betrayed, rather than a husband who refused to nurture his own marriage. And that's the recurring theme with Kody lately. He's always the one being wronged. When Mary's name came up, he claimed he tried so hard to make things work with her, all while admitting he hadn't been in a real relationship with her in years. She stayed too long, he said, as if her decades of loyalty were a burden instead of a sacrifice. The empathy just wasn't there. If anything, it seemed like Kody wanted applause for not pushing her out sooner. But the most glaring omission in Kody's tell-all appearance was any real reflection on his relationship with Robin. Once again, he insisted that he didn't show favoritism, despite mounting evidence to the contrary. He brushed off the other wives' claims of inequality and defended his closeness with Robin as something organic. There was no acknowledgement of the emotional harm this dynamic caused, no regret for the family fractures it contributed to, just more defensive posturing. Robin, for her part, tried to wipe away tears, again positioning herself as the reluctant monogamist. She insisted she never wanted to be Kody's only wife and that the situation is heartbreaking. But her words rang hollow when paired with her body language. She looked more exasperated than devastated, more bitter than bereaved. And while she claimed to miss the sisterhood, she also subtly criticized Cristin and Janelle for not working harder to keep the family together. Her passive-aggressive commentary only added fuel to the fire. Meanwhile, Cristin and Janelle shined in their solo interviews. Cristin was poised yet fierce, recounting the years of being emotionally sidelined and how she finally chose her own happiness. She didn't trash Kody, she didn't need to. Her calm, confident demeanor was more powerful than any insult could have been. Janelle, too, brought the realness, admitting that she and Kody had reached a point of no return. "There's no coming back," she said matter-of-factly, making it clear that love and respect had long since left the building. Mary's segment was perhaps the most heartbreaking. She admitted to holding on too long, hoping for a spark that never reignited. After everything, she still seemed to crave validation from Kody, something he has never been able to give. Watching her struggle with that truth was difficult, but it also served as a stark contrast to Kody's cold indifference. And that's the issue. Kody Brown seems emotionally divorced from the reality of what his choices have caused. In his version of events, he tried. He sacrificed. He suffered. But any viewer who's been paying attention knows better. This isn't a man grieving the loss of love. It's a man furious that he lost control. The tell-all also exposed just how fractured the Brown family remains. There were no group hugs or signs of reconciliation, just isolated interviews, strained exchanges, and emotional silos. The wives have moved on in their own ways. Some are thriving, others are healing, but all are clearly done with the polygamist ideal Kody still clings to. In fact, Kody's idea of polygamy seems less about love and unity and more about authority and structure. When the wives stopped falling in line, he didn't adapt, he lashed out. And now, with only Robin by his side, he's still trying to spin a story in which he's the noble patriarch abandoned by a wayward flock.